to do a quick video on proper filing techniques, so enjoy. So, files come in various grits. Bastard cut is usually the coarsest. Usually the larger the file, the coarser the cut. Smaller the file, the finer the cut. They are also graded by Swiss files, which have some of them have a very fine cut and can actually be hand sanded directly from filing. Various shapes in file all have their uses. Personal favorite of mine is triangular, round, flat, and half round. With those files, you can make just about any shape. So if I'm going to do an external like this, I'm going to start in the vise this way. You have to be careful to support the far side of the cut, and then your hand this way. You want to push down enough that the file engages forward, but not so much that you're forcing it through. It only needs to go in enough that the teeth engage. Files are a series of small chisels, and once the bottom of the cut is full, it will not cut any deeper. It will only dull the file if you press harder. So a fairly light cut is all that's needed. Files only cut away. If you draw the file back this way, you're not cutting materially, you're just dulling the file. So the first method is in a vise, this direction. You can also file over the top this way. These are both really useful for working on the perimeter of objects, or for, say, the center of a guard. Once you've drilled your holes, you would place it this way and file with small needle files that direction. You can use file guides to stop your cut. These can be used to set guard shoulders, but they can also be used to set the end of a shoulder for the end of a slot as well. File guides are useful for doing anything that you need a controlled shape. So the next method of filing, something you see jewelers use a lot, with a bench pin. You can use the edge of a vise. And basically, if you want to make a groove go all the way around, support the file this way, and then roll the file over, or the object over, so that you can continue the same cut all the way around. You can do this in metal, or in wood, or in really any material. You can also use this to shape, and do this method to do very detailed cuts. This is roughed in, getting ready for heat treat, but you can get this all the way finished out with a file, and just need to do a very little bit with sandpaper to finish it out. The last method of filing is on large flats. For that, you want to support the whole blade surface. You want to make sure you're wedging it up so that the tip is only sure that you're clamped down nice and tight. I've debarked this on the grinder, but you don't have to. It just tends to save the wear and tear on the files. You can also debark with an angle grinder. So you want to start with a pretty big file, and you can start either by filing diagonally or by draw filing. Draw filing works really well on longer objects like swords. You can get a nice center ridge. Helps if that's tightened. So that's tightened. Now, draw filing has a couple of advantages in that it will make a very flat. Tended to ride over hollows so that you end up with something that's pretty flat. large cut file. This is a Mill Bastard 14-inch. See, I'm getting a pretty nice finish there. You do want to watch for pilling, so you want to use a file card to clean that file out pretty regularly, or run your fingers down this way to get any trap media out. So once I have this done, now I'll switch to running it on the 45 this way, get a slightly better finish. Now, when I'm dragging backward, I'm just resting that file there. I'm not actually putting any weight. The only weight is on the force stroke. So I'm letting it glide back that way, mostly so that I stay on the same plane and don't have to worry about changing angles. So from there you can switch to smaller fine cut file. This one's a little dull, so it's going to pill faster. Smooth cut file, and some smaller files generally have a finer finish, so you can actually finish with smaller files, triangular file, and get a nice consistent finish. Good. So from there you can switch to sandpaper or stones and pretty quickly get that finished out. Small stone. This is a relatively fine stone, but you can see even that I'm getting a pretty good finish pretty quickly. So if I want to do this section back toward the plunge cut, I would start with a round file, cut the plunge in, draw that plunge out a little bit. Take a smaller one with the safe side and cut away. Or this way. flats technique.